Welcome back to the LTS, guys. It's your host Duncan as usual, and on today's episode, we shall be giving you the Manchester United win versus Arsenal. Yeah, man. As you can hear my voice, man. I was really screaming the whole time, so my voice is a bit down. But yeah, Michael Carrick doing the business against Mikel Arteta's men at the Emirates. United winning at the Emirates Stadium. Uh, we've taken a while since winning there. The last manager to win at the Emirates was Jose Mourinho. So man, the black jersey strikes again. I'm buzzing, man. I'm really buzzing. Dogu, wow, wow. Anyway, let me go step by step because I don't want to be all over the place. But first half, I think Arsenal dominated us. They could have hurt us more. You could say Arteta is not really playing the best attacking Arsenal team because why are the likes of Eze not starting in this team? I don't feel like Eze is a player to come off the bench and really affect a game. He's a player who thrives on, I think, some enough minutes to really affect the game. And when he came on in the second half, you saw how he was a bit sluggish. So these are players who need to start. In my view, Eze could have hurt us more because I feel like there were so many. If you're to look at the way United was defending, right, in that we had three lines: the defense line, the midfield line, and then the striking line. All these things were compact. There were barely any spaces to play in there, and Odegaard found it very hard to really find pockets of space. But we could say in the first half they played us. We were very nervy on the ball. Michael Carrick got it spot on, I think, again with the lineup. People were skeptical. I was one of those skeptical people because I feel like the same lineup coming in from the City game and playing the same lineup today, I was skeptical because I feel like Sesko should have started or Cunha, but man, I'm not Carrick, and he showed me why he's the manager. He's the big gaffer. Midfield, Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo. Wow, I don't know what Ruben Amorim wasn't seeing from these two because right now they're doing the business. They cover the ground, they eat up the space, they're winning duels, they come on the ball in phases where Casemiro is marked, Kobe drops in as a second option to receive a ball. It was lovely to watch because Arsenal was pressing more or less in a diamond formation with the likes of the two Trossard and Gab Jesus, right? With Odegaard right in the 10. So it was really forcing Declan Rice to jump out as well. So in incidences where at least Casemiro was man-marked by Rice, Kobe was free, and in spots where Kobe was marked, Casemiro was free. Arsenal was fearing that Bruno Fernandes space, right? If you're to look at the City game, there's a specific line of space he was occupying in that game, and it was all because City was going man for man, and when you go that man to man, there's a certain space you leave in the line of between the line of the defense and the line of the midfield. So Zubimendi was sticking in that position solely because someone had to be there to really stop the Bruno Fernandes space. So I think that opened up enough space for Kobe and Casemiro to really be on the ball. That's why you can see in the second half, I think we were more dominant. But anyway, in the first half, Martinez's own goal, I think that was harsh. He had a solid game, but kudos to Julian Timber, to be honest. Him being a fullback and being in that position, it really exemplifies maybe the way Arsenal is really free with it, because we see the likes of maybe Hakimi and Nuno Mendes occupying such positions, but now you're seeing it from players like Timber and the likes of Carl Fiori. So Arteta he's a good coach, but it's like he's coaching with shackles on, to be honest. Uh, we come back into the game. Saliba, heavy pass to Zubimendi. Kudos to that United press because Bruno and Mbeumo were pressing monsters for those first 60 minutes. The press was so intense. Ahmad was really adding on. Casemiro was counting on. Kobe Meno was also high, so we were really suffocating them. And yeah, the pressure paid off. Brian Mbeumo rounding it around the keeper and then slotting it home. Harsh on Zubimendi because I think it's Saliba's fault for this goal. He's the one who puts Zubimendi in such a position. If he plays him a ball that is at least soft enough to at least even just first time it back to the keeper, but he more or less gives him a hospital pass, and that really sells him because he's a bit off balance. The ball is tough, so but yeah, Bruno and Mbeumo, kudos to that because that press really got us the goal. Nothing else. At least conceding mentally, I thought it would at least affect us a little bit, but yeah, we just kept on moving, and I think that shows how, let's say, the team has grown from when those days where one goal would just have us shaky and all over the place. At least we've gone through enough coaches, and now I think the team is tactically adapt enough to really play something simple and also mix it up with some enough tactics, at least from Carrick. So second half, Patrick Dogu, wow man, wow. 50th minute, very lovely play with Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno, those guys who keep saying, man, United needs to move on from Bruno, I hear you, but no, not when he's still giving us something like this. If he still plays like this, I reckon he should retire from our club because we can't really give away quality players like this, even if he's growing a bit older. Very lovely play with Dogu. What a bit of one-touch football there. Patrick Dogu, what a shot, man. What a shot. Haters were hating on Dogu. Had a very nice preseason, to be honest, and if you were listening to me a bit before, he was one of the people I dubbed to really have a good season under Amorim this campaign, but it got a bit lost in transition, I think, because it was a bit up and down, inconsistencies, but now you can see at least him knowing where to play and those special runs he does. Man, he has enough freedom right now to really do something, and yeah, kudos to Patrick Dogu. Arsenal made 5 subs. That was insane for Mateta, but Mateus Cunha coming on, and then Arsenal equalizing in the 84th minute. Merino. I feel like there's something we need to talk about. This Arsenal whole set piece routine. They crowd the keeper so much, the point that the keeper barely has enough space to come out and get that ball. That's why they find it easy to just plant the ball onto the keeper. Why aren't the refs really protecting the keepers? Back in the day, that whole space was protected. That was keeper space. You find you in there, you're trying to at least cause any interference to him at least reaching that ball. Then, yeah, that's a foul. These used to be fouls, but they're not fouls anymore. San Lamens, Mr. Safe Hands, kept us in the game, to be honest. Big saves in there. There's that Bukayo Saka near post shot as well. Some other headers there. Really safe hands from him. Kudos to the Wilcox and Co, because that was a nice buy. We could have kept Onana and kept it pushing as San Lamens being the second option, but yeah, they cut the cord, and now you can see the kid has really developed into something at least we can rely on game per game, and that is what you need from a United goalkeeper. Safe hands, man. Safe hands. Yeah. Mateus Cunha winning it for us. Very lovely play again from our midfielders. Kobe Meno and Bruno Fernandes linking up. Kobe Meno nutmegging Declan Rice for that assist for Mateus Cunha's lovely shot. he has been doing this whole gimmick of shooting from the edge of the box, and lately it hasn't been clicking, but I guess that's why they paid the big bucks. Very, very lovely goal. Plants it in the bottom corner. No chance for David Raya to get anything on this. And I think it was set in stone from there. We just locked it down. Back five with that Mazraoui sub. Yeah. And Arsenal really couldn't do anything. They just kept trying to create chances, but we were so deep and so compact. Eze coming on trying to do something. Not really that player to come off the bench and really spark the game to life. The likes of Gyökeres, I feel like Arteta got it wrong because Gabs Jesus in a United game needs to come off the bench. That's how he affects most of our games. The last game, when he came on and he put Dalot into the floor, he came on as a sub, and you can see that impact he gave. At least those extra legs, he's much of a dribbler, and in those moments, I feel like Harry Maguire and the likes of Martinez would have been a bit leggy, so he could have at least had a run at them. But bringing in Gyökeres at least to try and bully ball as a second option was really not it. I would have preferred the likes of Kai at least to even come on in that moment, but Gyökeres came on, did nothing, still nothing. So United takes the dub. Michael Carrick reigns to supreme. Back-to-back wins against Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta, his understudy. So thank you for watching. That has been my reaction